We'll begin a yin practice here. So just making sure that you have your belt or strap nearby, a belt or dressing gown strap. We won't need it for the first pose, but just allow it to be nearby, and we'll start standing. So one of the only really standing yin poses, have the feet hip width apart. And then we're going to fold forward here. So you can allow the arms to really be heavy and dangle. You can bend through the knees. And as you settle, just come to the breath here. If it serves you better, you can hold on to opposite elbows. Releasing into it, noticing where the tension is held within the body, the neck, the jaw. Whole back of the body getting a stretch here. Still allowing the breath to flow fully. As you release, bring the hands to the earth, bend the knees deeper and come to hands and knees. And then coming to lie down on your front. Coming into Sphinx pose here. But if Sphinx is too much to stay in this pose, you can always bring the forehead down to the backs of the hands. We're going to come to that half frog pose that I'm always such an expert at demonstrating on my black mat, wearing black clothes. But we're bringing the knee out to the side. So we're opening out through the hip, and that knee is in line with that hip, and the inside of that foot is on the earth. So whether you're in Sphinx or you're resting the forehead down, just settle in here. So you might feel a little bit of resistance that happens, that inner thigh, the knee, the hip, that inside of that foot. Just settle in. Where is the tension held in this pose? Where can you let go just that little bit more? And then releasing here and bringing the knee in. If you're in Sphinx, just coming down to forehead onto the backs of the hands. Just take a breath in and out. Maybe notice any difference on one side of the body, at the hip. Maybe you feel that you've been able to open up at that hip just that little bit more. Maybe it feels a little bit more grounded. And then coming up to the opposite side, choosing to either stay with the forehead down or into Sphinx pose. Taking the opposite knee out in line with the hip, bringing the inside of that foot to the earth. Soften in. Something that the body grounds, settles. And deep peace is observed. Settling down, bringing the knee, the leg back in, forehead down. Take a long inhale and exhale here. And then make your way to seated. Climbing up and finding a comfortable cross-legged position for you. Grabbing your belt, your strap. If cross-leg isn't comfortable, then sit with the legs outstretched. So we're taking the belt at shoulder width apart, holding it up above the head here. So feel as though you're not flaring the ribs and lifting up. See if you can draw the shoulders down, crown lifts. Maybe close the eyes. Soften the jaw, the forehead. It's very easy to feel that you're holding unnecessary tension in this one. Awareness of the breath. And as the mind starts to fixate on other things, draw the awareness back, always returning to the breath, as though it's a coming home. And then releasing. Just putting your strap, your belt to one side. Coming to a brief child's pose here. Arms come back, forehead comes down. And just release and relax the arms, the shoulders here. And then inhale. Coming up, coming to lie down, we'll come to our last yin pose before a relaxation. So coming to lie down, and we'll come into that side stretch here. So bring the heels over to one corner of the mat, and then the shoulders come over to the same side. So you're creating almost like a crescent shape with the body. And then you can take the arms up overhead here, holding on to one wrist. You can stay with the feet next to each other, or you can cross an ankle over. Stretching through the side of the body, the hip. Into the waist, the intercostal muscles. Try and keep both shoulder blades down on the earth. And then as you release, allow the body to come back to the center before taking the heels over to the opposite side, the shoulders over and hips over to the other side. So you get that stretch through the whole side of the body. Maybe you take the arms overhead, holding onto one wrist. Maybe you hook the ankle over the other. And then releasing. Bringing the body back to the center and settling into your relaxation. Whether that's with knees bent or taking the legs outstretched, hands resting on the body or arms alongside the body. Close the eyes and settle the back onto the support of the earth beneath you. To ground is to pour your energies back into the earth and feel the warm calm of nature entering your body in exchange. Feeling free to completely settle in further and stay in this relaxation longer. Or begin to deepen the breath. Movement to the body by wiggling fingers and toes. Rolling to one side and coming up to seated. Hands come together. Rub the palms. Take the hands over the closed eyes. Opening the eyes, allowing the light to gently filter back in. And then rub the palms. Take that warmth and energy to wherever you need it most, physically Emotionally draw that energy back to the body. Om Bodhisat Guru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you.